In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my spiritual journey to success to hopefully help you feel less alone if you're on a spiritual journey yourself, and also so you can get to know a bit about me and how I attained self-realization and enlightenment. Hi, I'm Nikki from HereToWakeUp.com, and I help people stay accountable and connected to Divine Spirit on their awakening journey. I've been spiritually awakened for 15 years now, self-realized for 10, and I am here to help kind-hearted souls. So if that's you, welcome to my channel, The Healthy, Wealthy Recluse. Make yourself at home. On this channel, I make videos about spiritual wealth, healing, and relationships. So if you find that you like it here, let me know in the comments and consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Even dislikes help the channel. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Okay, now back to the topic of this video, which is me sharing with you some of my spiritual journey to success. And by success, I mean spiritual success. Specifically, the success of winning the game of the illusion, or beating the matrix, so to speak, by waking up from it and its lies and its hold on the mind, to then reaching the highest, state of awareness possible, which to me is knowing the absolute truth of who you really are, whose you really are, what the actual nature of this experience is, all while experiencing true peace consistently. And I'm talking about the peace of the Creator, the true Creator, the peace that's discussed in the Bible in Philippians. That's the peace that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a good mood, feeling good occasionally. I'm talking about that underlying peace that is always there regardless of what seems to come up, which is what I mean when I refer to the terms self-realization and enlightenment. I know that those words have different definitions and different people have different ideas about what they mean, but I have a video coming about enlightenment that goes into more detail. So if you're interested, you can just search my channel and check it out. And now on to my journey. So I come from a Christian background. I think I've read the Bible about 3 times over the years, and I've read the Torah and the entire Old Testament once. I think I only read it once. And I've investigated and read other spiritual texts since then, but Christianity and the Bible, that's the foundation that I started with. And my upbringing wasn't overly religious or anything like that. We used to go to church. I was raised to believe in God and Jesus, who I refer to as Yeshua, of course, and that's Yeshua of Nazareth. I would pray before bed, which I still do to this day. I still pray before I go to sleep, whenever I do go to sleep, because I keep, odd hours. So even if I'm going to sleep in the morning, but I don't pray the way I used to. I would pray by the side of my bed, kneeling, hands together, eyes closed. And I don't pray like that anymore because I've since learned that Yeshua really does not need to be worshipped. He definitely does not require anyone to get down on their knees and worship him. That he would probably tell you to stand up if you were to do that in his presence, or he would get down on his knees so that you could get it that he's not above you. So back to what I was saying about my upbringing. It wasn't overly religious, and it wasn't even really spiritual, but it was loving. It was a predominantly loving environment, and I remember being mostly happy and playful and laughing like most children. because we're so fresh and new to the planet, and we still have that easy access to allow the spiritual energy to flow through us. I also remember being really precocious, always figuring things out. I can remember, finding out way sooner than I was supposed to that there was no tooth fairy, and it was my mom putting money under my pillow, and just little things like that. As I started growing up, that's when I started to kind of get a sense of, or a knowing that I might not be from here, just because of things that I would think. And I had a lot of questions, like from mundane things like, why do we have to have gym class? Like, why am I being forced to take gym? What is that about? From silly stuff like that to more serious things, like about why people behave the way that they do, from things that I saw on TV or at school or around me, just like, why do people behave like that? What is racism? Like, what is that? There's always like a part of me in my mind that's like a scientist, where I want to know why. And I also would think things like, where was I before I got here? What was I doing? Or if I would look up at the sky and be like, I wonder if I flew into the sky right now, would I fly right through? Like, would I poke a hole in the blue, like in the sky, like it's a fabric? These are the things that I would think about, just weird things that most people weren't focusing on. So I had a lot of questions, and I just couldn't get any answers to my satisfaction. So I went straight to the source, God, the creator, the true creator. My prayer was to be close to him. And sometimes I refer to the creator as him, sometimes I refer to the creator as her, sometimes I refer to the creator as it. At the time, I was referring to the creator as a man, coming from my Christian background. But basically, when I was by myself in my room, I would pray, God, please stay with me. Please stay near me. I just want to be close to you. I just want to be near you. Please stay close to me. Don't go away from me. I just instinctively knew that if I was near the Creator, in the Creator's presence, that I would be covered and I would be good and I would have peace. Whether or not I understood what was going on around me, I knew that I would be good. So that was the prayer that I would pray when I was younger, but still growing up. And I mention this because I truly feel that it was that sincere prayer that I had that helped me reach the state that I'm at now. I don't know if it's like that for every being on their journey, but I know that that was the case for my specific journey. So as I continue to grow, my desire for truth and my desire to stay close to the Creator really just got stronger and stronger and stronger. I continued to have more and more questions like, why do teachers and support workers and healthcare workers, why do they make less than entertainers and athletes? I had questions about money and the money system. Why would we have to work so hard and struggle and stress and deal with strife just to be able to get our own kind of little place in the world where we can live and be comfortable? And I had also started doing research at this time and was finding things out about the world and religion, and finding out that everything that we learned in school wasn't really true, especially with math, our multiplication tables and our times tables. Every time we would recite that was like a code. It was like a programming tool to kind of keep us locked into this dimension, and just the act of reading from left to right can keep you locked into a certain dimension and things like that. They left so many things out of school. There was so much information left out. For example, in history, so many people just found out about Juneteenth, last year in 2020. I was researching the Bible as well, and there were a lot of things about the Bible and about Christianity that were kind of making me question, the concept of sacrifice. That never sat well with me. It never made sense to me that a loving parent would take their most loving, sweet, innocent child and sacrifice them and kill them for a bunch of riffraff. Why? And the fact that the Creator would sometimes behave like an unevolved, like, human. That was weird. Many contradictions also. And also, I didn't understand the divisions, all the different denominations of Christianity. I was like, aren't we all praying to the same creator? I learned about the Council of Nicaea and how the Bible was edited and tampered with, and books were taken out. All of these questions and all of these things that I was finding out kind of came to a head, and I made the decision to just kind of step away from religion. What I did not step away from was continuing to pray to the Creator, to be close to Him and to be near to Him. That never stopped. I never stopped wanting to know the truth and wanting to know what was really going on. And I never stopped really like being into Christ, because I just felt like I just resonated with Christ, and the things that He was saying, the things that He was doing, I just resonated with them. They were so powerful. I just felt like He just had this edge where He was just different from other helpers. So I would say that's when my spiritual seeking phase started or got more intense. And I'm going to tell you more about that in part 2 of my spiritual journey to success. Thank you so much for watching.